Well, hi there, and welcome back to another video of the Black Forest scooter. Today we are on a mission. We are on a mission to buy cat food and also to buy sultanas, because I like sultanas. No one else in my family likes sultanas, but I like sultanas. And I just finished the last of them. And as for the cat food, well, yeah, the cat is hungry, so I got to get cat food. And the cat is very, I'm not a cat guy, got to admit it. I'm not a big cat man, but we have a cat, so what can I say? We got it. It was kind of the runt of a litter, and runt of the litter, and yeah, we picked it up from a friend, and we were like, all right, let's try it. And the kids were very happy. The cat is a bit of a psycho, but I guess some cats are psychos. But you know, if you're nice to the cat is generally nice to you. So, long story short, we got to get food for the cat to be nice to the cat, so that the cat is nice to us. Today we are actually taking out a different scooter. We're taking out the 125. The Honda SHi. Don't know what the I stands for, whether it's injected or something like that, fuel injected, or maybe just intelligent. I'm not sure. Yeah, so we're going to go out, we're going to go for a shop, but because the weather's nice, I figured, why don't we also go for a scoot, you know? Check out the environs, a different area than our last scoot. Last scoot we were to the, let me think, Never Eat Soggy Wheat Bix, to the south of Freiburg. And this time we're heading out to the north of Freiburg. So we're actually in a place called Glottertal now, or Wildtal. That's what we're going through now. Speed limit here of 40, that's doable. Actually, up here there's a Honda lead. It's not parked there at the moment. Must be out and about. Can't blame it. Can't blame the owner in this nice weather. Yeah, so I will hopefully get a shot of that Honda lead though. It looks a bit like mine. It's red. Well, what do I mean? It looks a bit like mine. It looks exactly like mine, except it's red and it has a windshield as well, which is kind of funky. That kind of turns that retro bad boy up an extra notch. But I personally am happy that I don't have a windshield. I don't think I need one on the 50cc. I could sometimes need one. Whoa, that dude swung around the corner. I could sometimes use one on this, to be honest, especially when I'm going faster. I notice like that very upright position on scoots is sometimes a bit, yeah, like you catch a lot of wind. And I can imagine a windscreen could be a good idea, but as I explained in my last video, I try to avoid going over 100, just because it's not that pleasant to be on the road like that. And, for me, I'm sure some people love it. Yeah, anyway, long story short, we're going out here today, and yeah, gonna have a look at the scenery. I'm going to stop up here and quickly maybe change the angle of the camera. I'm not 100% sure if you're getting too much road and not enough skyline. So I'm going to chuck a right-hand turn here. Go up here. Okay, maybe then get a nice flat road and I can see a little bit more clearly. It's actually quite hard to see with the sun visor and the nice weather. But I think I'd like to give you a bit more sky, to be honest. So I'm just going to pop up my sun visor. Can't find the button, so we'll just do this. Alrighty, there we are. A bit more sky. How's that look? I think that's maybe a good compromise. A little less road, a bit more sky. Okay. And the sky's blue in Germany. You've got to use those moments. Okay, so, and today we're going to go out to, I'm thinking, Glottertal. Glotter is the river that runs through it, and Tal simply means valley in Germany. So it's the Glottertal Valley. So now we're in Gundelfingen, another place with a G. This is kind of like a satellite suburb of Freiburg. I think the vast majority of people who live here work in Freiburg. Although it does have quite a bustling little old city centre, which isn't that old anymore because I think they've torn a lot of the buildings down and kind of put in new, okay, high-rise is too much, but multi-storied apartments and large shops and whatnot. So it's definitely changed. In the 20 years that I've been in Freiburg, Gundelfingen was a pretty sleepy little place, certainly at the beginning, but it's absolutely changed now, and it's I think like real estate and whatnot is just as exy as in Freiburg, and as I say, I think most people travel in anyway. Okay, so can we do this? Can we do this? Oh, it's going to give way. That's lovely. Thanks, mate. I'm interested to see how the video quality turns out. I've got this rock steady mode on again, but I find that it's much shakier on the 125 than compared to the 50cc lead. And we're off. So today I worked in home office. That was nice. And kind of knocked off around 5:36, and yeah, I thought, okay, let's head out. It's been very nice of late, the weather, and kind of interested to use the next week and a half. I think it's meant to stay nice as well. And tomorrow I'm actually going for another scoot because one of my other loves, scooting, is well, I guess I'd say computer games, but more retro computer games. I don't really play that many modern computer games. I find them very, I don't know, long-winded and complex, and you need to know all the buttons and it's a circus. The controller has upwards of 10 or so buttons you need to master. And I find sometimes the stories and all that are also a bit, I don't know, they've gotten a bit boring. I used to love like the GTAs and the Red Dead Redemptions as well, but I find these whole stories are getting dull now, or going and fetching this, bringing it to person A, then taking back the reward to person B, and then getting a cash reward from them. And I mean, don't get me wrong, I love those games. I got in... I was, let me think, we did the PlayStation. Then that's where I first played GTA 3 on the PlayStation, and then Vice City came out, and that absolutely blew my mind. As I say, I'm a child of the 80s, and that's always a very fond era for me, and that was just fucking awesome. The music, the pastels, the guns, Tommy Vincetti as an innocent man. It was awesome. And of course, loved GTA 3, San Andreas as well. And of course, 4 too. Although I found 4 was kind of, 4 was a small world in a way, but it was still good. I mean, you could do lots of cool stuff. What was his name? Nico, I think, was the protagonist. And then 5 was obviously amazing because it was kind of had the details of 4, but then split up of a much larger map and 3 protagonists. But I've got to say, I'm not feeling it for GTA 6, the excitement maybe that I once had for these games. Also the fact that I probably don't have a PC or an Xbox or anything that would run it. I never bothered to. I have an Xbox One, and I just never bothered upgrading to the Series X. I just found I'm not sure, I just didn't find the current generation of computer games compelling enough. As I say, I don't know, Call of Duty 20 and Assassin's Creed, climb a mountain here and jump down number 35. It was all getting a bit bland and had been done. So yeah, but anyway, long story short, I'm going out tomorrow to, I discovered, also on a scooter tour, but I discovered this a while back and then I forgot about it. But there's a retro computer game store in a place called Glottertal, which is like completely out in the sticks. Certainly not where I expected to see a retro video game store, but there you go. And I'm going to go check that out and see what's going on. I'm not really in the market to buy or sell. If I was in the market, I'd be in the market to sell more than anything else. Just because I've got an old backlog of games that I just know I'm never going to play again. Games that I've played through more than once, you know, you can count those on one hand in the meantime. There's really not that many. I remember playing, obviously, well, I guess, I don't know, does that count? Like Civilization games, obviously you play them through more than once because you want to improve. I used to play a game on the PC called Pirates Gold, which I think was I know it was a remake of Pirates from the old Commodore 64 days. That was amazing. I loved it. Swashbuckling, you could get married, you could wage war, and you could be a merchant, although I was rarely a merchant trading stuff. I was always stealing stuff. I mean, the game was called Pirates after all. So I really loved that, and I played that through multiple times. I played another game through on the PC which I really loved called Syndicate. I played that through multiple times, even though it had the shittiest ending of probably any game I've ever played. There is no real ending. The credits roll, and that's it. Pretty dull, to be honest, but the game itself was fucking amazeballs. I loved it. It was probably one of the first games where you were kind of just indiscriminately left to do whatever you wanted to do. And if you killed a civilian, that was that. Didn't matter. And it was like, whoa, this is quite groundbreaking at the time, where usually from Sega and Nintendo, there was kind of fairly clarified that you were the good guy, you didn't do bad stuff in their games, so it's clear. And suddenly here was a game that took off the handrails and let you go wild and do the mission however you wanted to. So that was lovely. Skipping to more modern games, definitely Red Dead. I played Red Dead Red Dead. Is it Red Dead Redemption? Yeah. Oh, I can't remember now. I can't look it up either. The second one, I played Red Dead Revolver, which was the first one. I didn't like that as much. Well, and didn't like it. It was a different game. It wasn't quite as... it wasn't, I think, where Red Dead Redemption got to. But anyway, Red Dead Revolver, I remember playing that on the Xbox. It was okay. And then Redemption that was brilliant. I played through that, I think, twice. Yeah. Just that part where you cross into Mexico with the amazing music. Just love that game. And I suppose there's a couple of others in my collection, but my collection has become more of a pile of shame than anything else. So that's why I will not really be looking to buy any more games, but rather looking to sell some games maybe. Because my kids really don't play computer games, even though I kind of supported them, if you will. Every now and then we have a Switch and we'll maybe have a hit out of It Takes Two. Or there was some other game where you're like a piece of string. One's a red string and the other one's a blue, I think what's it called? Something with untied or entwined or something like that. That's okay, it's cool. But on the whole, they don't really play that much. I think they play more like when my son is like still mad at Minecraft. And my daughter plays primarily like on the iPad and stuff. And I think like playing on the PC or the console is a bit of not really done so much anymore. So but I'll be interested to go and see what they've got, because otherwise there is not many places that sell computer games here. There's the main chain in town called Media Markt, which is the kind of the electronics store. They sell them. But I rarely go there. It's not that great a vibe. And otherwise, there's one second-hand shop called Sommerfieber. That's definitely cool. It's got some good games, but it's a very, 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 very full shop. That is like chockers. It's so full that you can kind of walk in there, do a 360 turn, and then pretty much walk out. It's like there's kind of like there's a way that leads to the checkout where he is, and then you can kind of then swivel around. So you can't. It's not so optimal for browsing, but he definitely does know his collection. And what was also really cool was that I had a old Super Nintendo pad that was playing and like a controller. And I went there and he's got some dude who repairs them and, I don't know, re-cleans them, solders some new kind of little, what's it called, PCB, printed circuit board on there. And it was as good as new, so that was great because I don't like using those third-party controllers. I find them invariably to be shit. So that was good. Summer fever, but then otherwise there's nothing in Freiburg. We used to have a GameStop, but that closed down. I actually think GameStop has entirely left Germany. I don't think there's any GameStops here anymore. So it's nice to see something like that, and who knows, maybe the owner's a dude and or a dudette and wants to chat games and shoot the shit, talk about old times. We'll see. So I'm going to go do that tomorrow. I think I'll make a little moto vlog out of that as well. But in the meantime, we have arrived here in Glottertal. This is the main drag. Glottertal is super long. It's like one of the longest little villages I know of. And it's at least several kilometres in length. But I'm going to go all the way up Glottertal, and I'm going to come back, because if I continue up that way, then there's kind of no turning back. Then it means that I have to go up the mountain, and then that instantaneously becomes a longer ride. So I'm going to go this way here. Do a quick stop here. I thought it looked quite idyllic there. Some nice horses in a paddock. Doing what horses do. Spin around and get a shot of the horses. This is where a camera mounted, not camera, a visor mounted camera would be practical. But yeah, there's some horses and a bit of Black Forest panorama. And a little fella there. Pony or something like that. The garden centre here. Actually, I'll go up to the right here because this is like an absolute anomaly. I came up here once and I discovered a place where the street signs in Germany are not blue. I don't know where you guys come from. In Australia, I don't know, the street signs are always white and then written in black letters with the names of the actual streets. It's like little reflective paints. And in Germany, all the street signs are blue. I've never been anywhere in Germany. So there's a couple of street signs here, and they're all blue. Right, yep, no worries. 3 blue street signs. And then I come to this place here, I'm pretty sure it's here. And all of a bloody sudden, these street signs are green. And I don't know why. I hope it was here, not that I'm over-promising. Still blue. Still blue. Uh-oh. Maybe I've been talking porcupines. Oh, no, I think I spot one that's green. There we are. Green street signs in Germany. We saw it first here on Black Forest scooter. There we are. Joseph Kerbstrickstraße am Hörnbesberg. All green. It's incredible. Here. Am Rotburenhof. Oh, there's one green and blue. There you go. So if I actually saw someone wandering around here, I would ask them, why do you have green street signs? It just seems to be this little section of Glottertal. There's another one here. Show that I'm not fibbing. Am Hörnbesberg. There. But there's no one here. It looks quite dead. 6 p.m. Everyone's probably having dinner. Ooh, that was a bit wild. I was kind of cruising down and then suddenly hit the gas again, and the CVT was like, screw you, Black Forest scooter, I'm going to give you a little ride. Never had that before. Gave me a bit of a jump. Okay, and the next thing I want to go and see is, I read about a burger joint here in Glottertal, which looked really good. So I'm going to go and have a look and see if I can find that. Problem is, I don't know where it was. I looked at it like a day before last on Google Maps, and it was well rated. I'll have to find it. I can sniff it out. I think I roughly know where it is. Oh, there it is. I just found it. Das Kiosk. What do you know? Mini golf cocktails. Looks quite nice, although I don't know if it's exactly what I was thinking it was going to be. Maybe there's a beer garden here. Ah, that's what it is. Okay, there's a beer garden up here. Ah, that looks nice. And a mini golf, putt-putt golf. That's what we call it in Australia, putt-putt. But yeah, I'm just swinging around. So this here is the kiosk and beer garden, which is meant to be very nice. Yeah, they had burgers and stuff. I think it must be attached to... The pool's not far away from here, so people probably come from the pool and go there. Yeah, and then putt-putt golf as well. They've got a lot of stuff in Glottertal. And here's the pool. This is a really nice pool. I don't know if I can quickly maybe get in there and see if I can show the pool. I'll take you for a live view of the pool. It's called the Glottertal, and yeah, it's definitely very pretty. All right, so I'll click that off. That should come with me. There we go. So I'm going to go over here, look around, and there is the pool, which looks quite nice. Yeah, but you can probably only mainly see fence, but anyway, that's the pool. So that was a nice little change of scenery. There's the bike, by the way. That's the SHi 125 in black, kind of matte black. I went for that. There was a few other colours. There was a metallic blue. I think as well metallic red, and also maybe a matte red. But I decided to go for the black. Kind of like the black. Wesley Snipes always bet on black. From Passenger 57, I think the movie was. Or 51, I can't remember. Passenger 57, I think. And yeah, I picked this up. I was quite happy with the price I paid. It was around about 3,600 euros brand new, which I reckon is fine. The retail prices, I think, is, the recommended retail price is 4,200 or so. So I got a couple of 500 euros off or something like that. 500 euros. Yeah, so that was a pretty good deal for me. And it was actually just after I'd done that driver's license that I talked about last time, the 196 kind of driver's additional license so that I could take 125s out. And it was a nice, easy bike to get on. And it was one of the only ones. I can't remember if I mentioned that, but I have this stupidly big helmet. It's obviously a good helmet, but it's super big. No, it's stupidly big. And I don't have that on today. I've got a kind of half visor, it's an open face helmet, yeah, with a little visor that comes down on today. But the other one is really good, but it's super big and just doesn't fit anywhere. Like, when you've got all the Vespers and that we tried, we're like, fuck, this thing does not fit in any of these. And the only two, because the SH comes with a kind of a boot or a carry case at the back, and that's free. That's what's free. It's included in the price, but it's cool. So it's actually keyless, so you just have to go up and find this button. The button's a bit hard to find, but once you get used to it, you find it all the time. And yeah, you just pop that, and so long as the key dongle is in the area, then you're good to go, and it just opens up. And if you're not within a metre of it or so, or half a metre, then it stays closed. That's really awesome, and it's connected, I think, to the battery of the scoop, so it doesn't need any kind of extra batteries on its side. So super awesome kind of technology, very practical, not having to kind of fiddle around with the keys. And I mean, the bike itself is also keyless ignition. Just kind of, again, you just need the key in the area, in the vicinity, and then it will start off. So some people say, oh, that could be like a theft problem, but like the key does have to be very close to start it. Within half a metre of the bike itself. So I have the scoot outside, and then the keys inside, but the keys several metres away, and there's no one can just wander up and go on their way. And I think I had to change the battery once during the time I've had it, so I think that's been the battery lasted about 2 years. So. But it's a real nice system. I mean, that being said, if I bought like a retro style bike, I think I would prefer a key. And I know that the Honda Dax and the Monkey both have the key ignition. I believe the Honda Super Cub has the same ignition as this one. They also have a soft spot for the Super Cub, but I need to sit on one. I've never found one at a dealer. One of the dealers like, yeah, we can order one, but then you have to buy it. But well, kind of defeats the purpose of trying it out. And there's not that many Honda dealers around Freiburg or dealerships. There's one in a town called Emmendingen, there's for motorbikes. And yeah, which is a shame, because I would like to sit on one and try it out, because I've seen a lot of good things and good reviews about it. And as I would like to expand the garage by one at some point, and then I have the choice between those 3 mini motos, the Super Cub, the Dax, or the Monkey, and it's not easy. So I've now left Glottertal, whilst I've been musing about which bike I should buy next. Although I have a session at this Honda truck that drives around Germany, and that's planned for, I think, September maybe. I got a date there, and I booked to go on a test ride with both the Honda, the Dax and the Monkey. So, yeah, looking forward to checking that out. The Super Cub and the Dax are kind of semi-automatic. They have no hand clutch. And the clutch is kind of in the pedal. You push up and down with your left foot to change the gears, and when you kind of press that down, that engages the clutch, and then when you release it, it pops back to gear. So that's slightly different, and the Monkey has the regular motorcycle clutch and gears. I think it has five speed, and the Dax and Cub both have 4-speed. For what I do, I feel the 4-speed might be more useful, especially coming from scoots where I don't have to bother changing gears at all. And also the fact that you can't stall the other ones or anything like that. It just seems to be like kind of a bit more easygoing. I mean, I was just riding a motorbike. It can be easygoing as well, but it just less to think about. But not quite twist and go, but similar. But the thing is that the monkey just looks so nice and the seat looks so plush. And that's one thing I noticed. I think I mentioned that last time as well, that the seats on these Hondas, I mean, the lead is better than the seat here. The seat here is, it's not really good quality, but it's just super stiff. And after too long in the saddle, it's just painful, or painful, yeah, uncomfortable. And your butt just hurts basically from sitting on it for so long. It's too stiff. And that monkey has such a plush looking seat. Whereas the Dax, I'm not too sure. The Dax obviously has the advantage that two people can theoretically go on it, although it's probably going to be fairly squished up two people. I think like skinny driver and skinny passenger, skinny child size passenger would probably work, but I don't think two adults of normal stature is going to work on the Dax. It's certainly not for longer rides. And yeah, the Cub has, I don't know what the Cub has. The Cub has a seat that I'm not sure. It seems to be like kind of maybe a bit more like Dax's seat as far as padding and cushioning goes. I don't think it's as plush as the monkeys. So as in life, there's always decisions that need to be made, and yeah, that will be, well, we'll see. I want to take him for a scoot first. I want to see that I'm a tall guy, kind of 6'2". I obviously don't want to be an absolute tool on one of these, so there will have to be a tool test where someone takes a video of me so I know. I mean, I'm not really one to give two hoots, really about how I look or whatnot, but if it looks absolutely ridiculous, then I might have to rethink. But my expectation is that it'll be fine. So now we're taking this road here back, which we took on the way here. This is one of the nicer roads around because it's 60, there's no trucks, very little traffic, just a pleasant road and nice kind of scenery. One farm along the way and otherwise just fields with a little bit of forest here. So I was thinking about where I would do my shop for the cat food and the sultanas, and I thought, well, we're in Germany, it's got to be Aldi, right? I mean, it's a no-brainer. It's got to be Aldi. So that's where we're heading now, to Aldi in Gundelfingen. All right, well, thanks very much for joining me today on Black Forest Scooter. There's the Aldi Zood. We are here. So I'm going to go and get the essentials and the sultanas and the cat food, and I look forward to having you back for another video in the not too distant future. Alrighty guys, peace.